Hey, what's going on YouTube, Facebookers? So I'm going to make a video, show you how to remove the amplifier out of your Audi Q7. The reason the amplifiers go wrong is because they're right underneath this trim panel here. Water leaks down from your sweet moonroof and corrodes the amplifier. I'm also going to show you how to take it apart, look at it, inspect it, you know, kind of sort of. I'm not going to show you the electronics of actually repairing it if it's broken, but anyway. So if the video is helpful, please subscribe, click the notification box, share my videos, send me your nice comments. If you want to reach out to me and get me up quick, Clay's AC and Auto Repair on the Facebook would be the best way. I'll surely help you with your automotive related problems. Can't help you with your male impotence, so don't ask. First thing you're going to do is you're going to take off this cover right here. Pretty simple stuff. Open up your trunk lid, remove the bottom cover here. Pretty much already took this apart just so I can show you guys quickly, or at least now. I've seen another video on a guy doing this, and it's kind of annoying. You're going to need a T30, T15, T20. Take out two T30 bolts that hold these buggers on right here. 4 T30s along this strip right here. And all I got to do is pull that up. It'll pop out of place, and you can just leave it sitting right there. Once you got these 4 bolts out, you can pull. There's a trim panel that sits right there. Next, we got one little T15 bolt that goes right there. We're going to pull that out with your trim panel up. Pull this back. The reason I made this video was there's another guy that shows you how to do this, and he's a Guido from New York, which is all right, but I think he's like, oh, I'm gonna make videos on the internet. I'm gonna make a lot of money. Yeah. Little does he know, you only get paid like 1/10 of a cent for each time somebody views one. Anyways, so you got this amplifier's right here. This is your Sirius satellite controller right there, if you have that option. Now you can pull, there is 3, and I'm gonna pull it out and show you. There's 3, I believe 15 or 20 T20 bolts that hold this in. And then that'll allow you to have it loose. But before I pulled it out, I used a ZN 10 to get this bolt out, because that allowed me better access to the back bolt on the side there. It was kind of a pain in the butt, but you'll be able to get it. And once you pull these 2 front bolts out of there, it'll be much simpler. You can unhook. I'm going to try to show you this. So if you want to unhook this, there's a little tab here. You're going to push it down, and then that'll allow you to swing this backwards. I'll show you. So it gets locked right there. Push the little tab, and then you'll be able to swing it over that way. And then that's how you remove it. Stay tuned if you want to see me take it apart. Okay, so once you've gotten your amplifier out, you want to disassemble it and take a look at it. Technically speaking, you should be grounded before you do that. You're going to take out all of these T15 bolts, and then that's going to hold your cover on. Remove the fan assembly. You're going to take a small pair of needle nose pliers, and you're going to be able to squeeze the clips right down inside here. Don't worry too much. I broke a couple of them taking mine out. And then you'll pull this up, and on this edge you're going to have to remove the fan switch that holds the fan on there, and then you can disassemble that. And because we're pretty certain that water was an issue, we're going to double check our panels, make sure we don't have any corrosion inside there. And that's your fan assembly. And that cools your heat sinks on your other side of your amplifier. Okay, so technically speaking, before you work on any electrical component, you should have your arm grounded out. Not because you're going to get shocked, but because your fingertips contain electrodes, and they could damage the circuit board or your fine electrodes, you know, stuff like that. But we're not going to get all complicated like that for all you electrical guys, because if this is broken, it's already broken, and we really can't break it anymore. All we can do is make it better. So in my situation, I don't really find too much. I got some corrosion right there, which isn't bad. It isn't great. We're going to clean that up a little bit. Get some right there. And if this wasn't working, you could take it to a television repair shop in your local town if you've seen something that doesn't look right, they can go over it and fix the solder joints and stuff, and maybe save yourself a couple $100 for replacing it. But you guys know me, I like to repair things. I don't generally like to replace them very much. These are capacitors. They store energy for when you're you know, when it draws real quickly. These are microprocessors, I'm certain. Transformer, which we don't have any real issues with this. More of our issue with ours particularly is we have a little bit of speaker cutting in and out. So more than likely that's caused by the refractors inside the oh, I'm sorry, lost for words, for your fiber optics. So our fiber optics send our signal to and from our head unit and to our speakers, etc., etc. When you have a crackly, you know, like when you have something cutting in and out, generally when you're dealing with fiber optics, it's generally a break in the fiber optic line, you know, from moisture or whatever, because it shoots a beam of light and it almost is like a water hose, but the water hose can't contain any cuts in it or anything like that, or it will leak out light and then it won't transport the light correctly. So what we're probably going to do, just to give it a little try, is I'm going to take and blow this out, because inside here this is open if I remember right. Now I'm taking one of these specifically apart, and to take off this top I would have to unsolder everything. Really not my thing. I could do it, but I really don't feel like doing that. There is a ton of solder joints on this and you can see them there. So that's not really feasible or, you know, worth the time of doing that. So what we're going to do is we're just going to blow it out, and hopefully it works, because the amp itself worked. I'm thinking that we have another problem than what I thought originally. I thought this amp was bad, but I'm pretty certain by just doing a physical inspection of it that I really don't have any issues. I just wanted to point out what this glue looking stuff is. This is to transmit heat from your microprocessors to the heat sink, so it would take the heat. So I went ahead, and I didn't show it to you, but I went ahead and checked the fan. You're going to take a power source, 12-volt power source. You can use a battery, whatever. Obviously red and black. The green one lets it know, like, control speed. But if you put power directly to there and to there, then you're then you know your fan is working. Because if your radio is going off after it runs for a while, could be that it's not cooling properly. I hope the video helped you in some way. When I took this back apart, I did blow some air in there, dry air. Make sure you don't have any water in your air. Blew out the optics a little bit in there after, you know, you see me take it apart and put it back together. Subscribe to my page. I really appreciate you guys. If you want to help me out a little bit, leave my videos playing while you're working on your stuff. That's cool. Have a great day. Remember, you can't break what's already broken, and you can't fix it if you don't try. God bless.